Good morning. I'm back on this job where I was doing the mulching last week on Friday, and it was when my camera gave up and I said there would be the to be continued. Well, this is what I ended up doing at the end of the day. I put a little edge around here and mulch down here. And so today I'm starting in the back. All these little seedlings are from these little floofy bits that have been blowing around. I think they're from poplars. Anyway, this is really annoying. So again, this is periwinkle. It's a creepy vine, and anywhere it finds soil, it will make roots and keep spitting out more and more of these vines. They're okay in this garden because there's not much else, but this is pretty invasive and I don't recommend planting it unless you have a garden that has nothing else in it and you're not worried that it's gonna spread to or under a fence to a neighbor's yard. Or yep, just about ready for mulch. Normally I wouldn't put mulch over top of a plant, but periwinkle is so invasive that it'll pop up and it'll pop through. This is lamium. This is prettier, well, for me, and it's less invasive, so I would prefer to encourage that than the periwinkle. So yeah, like I said, I'm just putting a thin layer of mulch and then I'll spread it out just so that the ground gets covered a little bit, because otherwise you've got all these little saplings that are popping up everywhere. I can already see 3. So anyways, like I said, I don't normally go right up to the base of a plant or over top of a plant with mulch, but periwinkle's different and so strong that it'll burst through. It won't die. So I don't know if you can hear that. But a duck landed in the neighbor's pool and it's just whack, 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 whack. It's making all the dogs in the neighborhood go a little bit nuts. It'd be cute if he came and landed in this pool. I'd be happy to share the experience. So anyway, if you're wondering why I'm looking towards the neighbors or through the fence, that's why. So this will be the next garden that I gotta do. I'm just gonna finish packing up the bags of mulch over there and I will get to this one. So I think what I'm gonna do for this garden, because there's so many little weeds and old mulch, that I'm going to pull quite well. I'm gonna try to pick up as many as I can, flip the earth, and then edge along the fence and give this time to sort of dry out a little bit and let the roots get some air. So hopefully when I mulch, these tiny little plants won't be popping up every other day. I think they must have had tomatoes here because this is a little tomato plant. And so the only issue I find with tomato plants that start from last year's seed, they're not as sweet. The tomatoes, when you pick them, when they're harvested, they tend not to be as sweet as they were the year you planted them from either a proper seed or started them from a little seedling that you bought at a store. Anyway, I'm gonna take them out, but I was wondering what was in this garden before, and so I guess it was tomatoes and chives and maybe some extra herbs. I don't know if they're gonna put any, but it's gonna take forever. Oh my gosh. It's all tiny, tiny, tiny weeds. All of this is weeds. Anything you see that's red, look at that. It's carpet. It's gonna take forever. Wow. The whole thing. Look at this. And I need to prune this. So these spireas I won't trim this week because they're flowering. So I guess I'll start here. Could start here and work my way to the big part, or work at the big part and work my way to the easier part. Maybe I should just be brave and start over here. This is horrible. It's because this used to be a golf course. It's decommissioned, and they mow it every now and again. This is the shortest I've seen it this season, so I did a couple of videos. Well, I did a video a couple of weeks back showing what it was like before they cut it. I was at a different client's, and yeah, it was really long. It was up to my waist. So this is pretty good, but all those bad weeds start coming into here, so I got a bit of colt's foot. There's the nightshade, so it's getting its little purple flowers. I don't know if you can see it in the back. There's a little bit. They make like little stars with a yellow center, and then bright red berries that are very poisonous. So, and then a few trees poking through. So I think I'll start here and go to the easier part. Bite the bullet. So I managed to get this far along. My camera died somewhere when I was like over here. Yes, I'm wearing gloves today and my hands are still that dirty. It's crazy. Anyway, I think here there's a whole bunch of ground bees. I don't know if you can see them buzzing around, but they're pretty mad with me. Oops, they're not supposed to be too aggressive, but these guys are sort of dive bombing me a little bit. So, just trying to give them a bit of space and let them maybe calm down a little bit. Anyways, it's coming along. I sort of got the worst of it over, but it's a lot of work doing this. But it'll look much nicer once it all has new mulch, and the lilac here gets trimmed, and the willow. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called the flamingo willow. It's got the pink tips. Anyways, we're getting there. Getting there. Sort of like cool line of before and after. While I take a break from weeding, I'm just gonna trim a few of these lower branches off the tree so it looks a little nicer. Anything I can reach, and I'm not doing a big pruning job. I'm just gonna take what is dead off. So I trimmed the tree. Got some of the dead branches off. The ones that I could reach, I can't get higher up. So anyway, that's done. And now I was starting to mulch over here, but I was talking to Celine, who is the lady who comes in to weed here. Anyway, it was a little awkward at the start, but we ended up having a nice little chat about I don't know quite how you say it. It's garden sculptures, but on a really big scale that you'd see at the botanical gardens or something, where they have like complete scenes of things that's chicken wire covered with different plants to give you different looks, or driftwood, she was telling me, that was turned into horses. So beautiful, very nice lady, and yeah, happy to meet her. Just, it was a little awkward, but anyway. So I'm gonna finish putting mulch here. So I'm over here. I'm just gonna give this a quick edge and a little trim on this part. Like I said, this died over the winter like a lot of euonymus did, so to be expected. So this one looks a little better. Give it a trim. We're still hopeful some of it's going to grow back in. So now I have a little bit of time left and the rain's holding off, so I'm going to go back to beside the pool. I didn't want to disturb her while she was weeding over on this side, but it seems like she missed a bit.